All right, so I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this. All right, so excuse my Darth Vader voice right now, but if you Atlanta Falcons fan think this is a safe haven for you to come over here and bitch, moan, and complain about what is and what isn't, all right? If you don't like Jalon Walker, if you think the Falcons just basically drafted this guy because he's from the University of Georgia, then you can get the hell on, okay? Bye-bye. Okay? Bye-bye. You dumb motherfuckers don't do no research. See, this is what we're talking about when we're talking about, Atlanta Falcons Nation is just like Atlanta Falcons fans, and not all of them. But a lot of you people have no clue what the hell you be talking about. All you want to do is bitch, moan, and complain because of something did not happen your way. If you don't like Jalon Walker, so be it. Bye. I don't care. I do not give a flying you know what. I don't care. To say that Jalon Walker, to go out of your way to say that this guy's just a version of Kaden Elliss, like Kaden Elliss is fucking trash. Like, get the fuck out of here. How you watch how if you watch any college football and you did not see Jalon Walker stand out, then something is wrong with your eyes. Something is wrong with you. Jalon Walker fits Raheem Moore's scheme perfectly. Now, am I one of the guys that's like, all right, Raheem Morris is my favorite guy? I'm not going to say he's not my favorite guy, but I'm not going to say the dude is absolute 100% trash. Now, he still has, for me personally, he still has to prove that he's a coach, a good coach. But for what the scheme that he's running, a guy like Jalon Walker, a guy like Kaden Elliss, a guy like Troy Anderson, all these guys fit what he wants to do. And that right there is what we need to be focused on instead of individual goals and individual feelings, because the Falcons didn't get the guy that you wanted. You may have wanted Mike Green. You may have wanted Michael Williams. At the end of the day, Michael Williams is going to San Francisco. Get the fuck over it. Mike Green is not in Atlanta Falcons. Get over it. Jalon Walker is that guy. James Pierce Jr. is that guy. You're talking about guys that can do a multitude of things, and then both of these guys fit what Raheem Morris wants to do. Now, it's again, we're talking about Raheem Morris. We're talking about Jeff Ulbrich. We're talking about Nate Ollie. All these guys are going to be able to put their own stamp and put their imprint on the types of players that they want. They got the players. Jalon Walker is a hell of an athlete, and he can do a multitude of things. I've seen this guy when the Georgia Bulldogs needed a middle linebacker because of injuries. This guy stepped in the middle of the field and played excellent. He is one of the best linebackers in college football, and you trying to sit up here and tell me that he's nothing more than a version of Kaden Elliss? Like, that's a goddamn, like, you talking about, like, that's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Kaden Elliss actually did a good job. Just so happened he's just not an elite athlete. But Kaden Elliss is a wonderful, wonderful linebacker. He made plays with the Atlanta Falcons. But one thing we will not do on this channel, bro, don't come over here that bitching and complaining because the Falcon didn't get. I ain't the one to fuck with, okay? I'm not the one to play with when it comes down to that type of stuff. If you can't have reasonable, I'm talking about reasonable reasons and complaints as to why you don't like a Jalon Walker, I sincerely advise you not to come over here. Stay over whatever channel you want to go wherever Facebook group, all right? Go to that bullshit ass bird game with that fuck ass shit, because Mad Mike Sports ain't the one. We are not the one to be played with. Atlanta Falcon Nation is not the one to be played with. If you want to complain for 20 hours, if you want to do all that type of stuff, this is not the place. Because when you talk about me, and I know some people gonna say something. Oh, Mike, but you said this about Raheem. Yeah, it was justified. He didn't do his job as a head coach. But did you hear me say that Raheem needs to be fired? Did you hear me say that he needs to go right now? You heard me say Raheem Morris ain't worth a shit because he hasn't proven anything. And at this point, he still has to prove it. Do I want to give him another chance? Absolutely. Give him another chance. This is his team right now. This is his mold. And you got to give a guy more than 1 year to put things together. You got to give guys more than 1 year to put things together. It's not fair and it's not cool. So at the end of the day, you got Jeff Ulbrich, and maybe these guys can put something together so the Atlanta Falcons can have the defense and the team that we just we desperately want. But if shitting on Jalon Walker is your thing and shitting on Terry Fontenot, we're talking about a guy that y'all complained about the Atlanta Falcons weren't being aggressive and going after edge guys and defensive guys. Now you get it and you still not fucking happy. Man, get the fuck out of here. Please go. You wanted a quarterback. We went out and got 2 quarterbacks. This man has made it when the Falcons need to address something, Terry Fontenot just doesn't get 1 guy. He goes and get 2 guys. 2 guys. He's done this. He's done it 2 times. We went out and got Kirk Cousins, and we went out and got who? Michael Penix Jr. And then he does it again with, you know who? Yeah. Jalon Walker and James Pierce Jr. Again, 2 times. So when we have a need, Terry Fontenot doesn't play. He goes out and addresses it. But we got Falcons fans, when we don't get players that we want, they're never happy. So I'm telling you right now, if your stance is to complain about what Terry Fontenot or Raheem Morris do because of reasons that aren't true, because you didn't like to say Jalon Walker is nothing more than a Kaden Elliss, like, come on. Come on, bro. This dude one of the best linebackers in the damn country, and you saying some bullshit like he's trash. Man, please stop. Y'all got to stop this nonsense. This is crazy. It's insane. So if you enjoy football, you enjoy Mad Mike Sport, you enjoy college football, you enjoy the conversation, and you want to actually have a conversation and not complain about every little thing, the coach, the GM, the play. Look, this ain't the place. I ain't the one to fuck with when it comes down to the type of stuff. I'm not the one. So with that being said, for those who actually enjoyed the conversation, for those that actually enjoyed football, hit that subscribe button. Atlanta Falcon Nation, Mad Mike Sports, this is the place for you. And that's the bottom line, because Mad Mike said so.